and welcome to The Hard Life.
I'm gonna give you a name, man.
Oh, hello, I'm Howard, and this is The Hard Life.
Hey there, diehards, thanks for watching. It's going to be a big bumper episode here, so let's start right now. And the first thing I want to talk about is the death of Margaret Thatcher. I don't really have an opinion on this. I was born after she left office and didn't really know about her until later on in life, and even then didn't really have an opinion on her so much. But what I've gathered from the internet is that she is both the very best and worst person ever to have existed. So, yeah, that. Rest in peace. Okay, now on to the death of someone that does have a bit more of a connection to me, and that is the film critic Roger Ebert. For those of you that don't know, Roger Ebert is one of the most well-known and well-respected film critics of the 20th and the early 21st century. And unfortunately, he died on the 4th of April this year. Now, as someone who's had to review films and do this and that involving films as part of his degree, I actually went to Roger Ebert's site a lot to get his reviews and to use them in my dissertation and to use them in other essays that I need to do. And I really engaged in his writing style. I know in America, he obviously had a bigger impact with his TV shows and stuff like that, but he was still a very good film critic, and he genuinely enjoyed cinema, and it is going to be a slight blight on the world that he is no longer with us. And now on to the biggest non-sporting sporting event that ever existed, WrestleMania 29, and it's the grandest stage of them all, and this year it was I'm bored already. Now, WrestleMania 29 was just predictable, which, yes, I know it's stuff that's pre-written and predetermined, but come on, give it some effort. The only good match on the card was the Undertaker versus CM Punk match, which was phenomenal, because it always is if it's an Undertaker match at WrestleMania. It was actually the Raw after WrestleMania, which was phenomenally good. We had 2 title changes, the crowd was amazing, and Fandango's theme music is likely to chart in the top 40 this week. So, that. Yay, wrestling. Okay, and now on to the big story, which is mainly about me and that I can actually relate to, is NaSTA 40. After being hosted in Nottingham in 2012, Exeter decided to host it this year by holding it for the Ruby anniversary, and the hashtag NaSTA 40. Now, for some of you that may have recognised on the Facebook and the Twitter that I was running for NaSTA chair, and I didn't get it, because there were better people involved. Like 3 better people. Yeah, I came last. But hey, I went for it anyway, so what you gonna do? And of the 3 other people, there was one which was better than them all, and that was Emma Bew, who is going to become the NaSTA chair for 2013 to 2014, and I wish her all the best of luck, and she's going to do a great job. So, yay, Emma! Okay, now there's a lot of other things that I want to say about this award. For example, Trent TV, who are the other student TV station in Nottingham, did better than Nuts for the first time since 2011, when they actually entered everything. Up until this point, Nuts had been doing pretty well, and then this year, Trent just blew it out the park. 2 wins, multiple shortlistings, and a few highly commended. Yeah, they did really well this year, so congratulations to them, especially Christian, their station manager. There were also lots of new TV stations that were making their awards for the first time. The biggest ones being Jump TV, which won 2 awards, and Staffs. And Staffs TV have only been around for a year. They're hosting it in 2014. That's awesome. Well done, guys. And now on to my TV station, and by mine I mean the one that I was involved with last year and have very little credit to take for this year, but damn it, I'm going to do it anyway. Nuts. Now, Nuts, keeping on the tradition that they've done in the past 2 years, have won highly commended for Best Station Marketing. 3 years in a row. And they also won the highly commended for Best On-Screen Male in Hugh Purvis, so well done, Hugh. And then this happened. Right at the end of the night, when we had all basically assumed that we had only got 2 highly commended, the last name to be read out for Best Broadcaster was Nuts. What? Oh, man. Yeah, I've obviously no idea how good that feels, especially to this year's station manager, Rosie Cave, and her director of content, Miro Batelli, who's also going to be on the NaSTA exec this year. Nuts are doing awesome. Well done, guys. So, there are a lot of other points I'd like to make about this comp. Number 1, Connor Pierce of LSU TV. total bamf. Clothes on or not, absolute legend, great guy. If it's YSTV or Susu TV that can have like the sexiest TV station title, but it definitely goes to like one of them. Maybe they should fight it out in the NaSTA death match. I've been hearing a lot about that. Emma, you're on it, come on. And also, I've got to give a big thanks to Hugh Blackstaff, who is an absolute legend. And already, he has a presenting job lined up. Now, I know for a fact he didn't win an award for the best on-screen male, so I can only guess that he's gotten a presenting job based on presenting a NaSTA, which is basically the equivalent of Neil Patrick Harris winning his Emmy for hosting the Tonys. Oh, man. But anyway, congratulations to him. And now you're probably wondering, Stu, why are you telling us all this that we already know and possibly don't care about? Well, this is the thing. And this is something I've told a few people, but now I'm going to have to be telling everyone. NaSTA 40 is my last conference as a student. That doesn't mean I don't want to be involved in student TV anymore. I mean, I would gladly come back to NaSTA as a speaker, guest, presenter and or judge, should you need it be. So when you're watching this video in March or any other time before NaSTA, Emma, I'm looking at you, or the host of Staff's TV, who I don't know at this point, but good luck. Call me. And the reason why I'm not going to be coming back as a student is because of what my friend who is also on the exec of NUT, Sophie Fuller, said. Everyone in student TV should get to experience NaSTA. And I think that's definitely true. And I think it's very selfish of me, someone who's graduating and who's no longer involved in student TV, just to keep coming back, just to be involved in the atmosphere. It's just not fair on someone else who's obviously put more time and more energy into it to be able to still to go. There are going to be a lot of challenges in the future. For example, we're probably going to need larger awards nights. More people want to come to the conferences. So how is that going to be accommodated? There's also the likelihood of there being more awards or awards removed. And so that's going to come into the mix at some point. And there's also going to be pasta, past NaSTA, eh? No? No, alright. But how does that come into the mix? Networking is now becoming a really important thing with any form of employability. So obviously if there's a bunch of students that have gone through it all and have now been able to get jobs, then by all means we should have a format of networking with them. Anyway, these are the issues that are no longer on my shoulders but on the NaSTA execs, and the future of NaSTA is now with them. And I wish them all the best because I know they're going to do well. And so I wanted to give them a few final thanks. First of all, to Mars L. Brogy. This is the second time I'm thanking her in less than 6 months. Because it's the second time in a year in which she's done something that has affected my career positively. I'd also want to give a thanks to Tim Marshall, who, for the third year in succession, has given his support to student television and is obviously a great person to have that students can rely on, especially with Janet providing streaming that can be harnessed by all student TV stations of NaSTA. Tim Marshall is one of the people who, in an industry which is cutthroat and bitter towards each other, is a shining example of how we can work together as a form of unity. I'd of course like to thank Hugh, XTV, and everyone at Exeter for putting on a fantastic weekend. Nuts did a really good job last year, and it was going to be a very tough thing to beat. And I'm really annoyed because you did. But congratulations guys, you did a fantastic job. And finally, I'd like to thank everyone who's helped me up to this point. I mean, my career is only just starting for other people, like Hugh as well. And for other people, it's just the start of their student TV career. This was their first NaSTA. So they have great expectations of what the future is going to be like. And I'm not going to lie, it's probably going to be absolutely fantastic. And I really hope you guys enjoy every single second of it. Well, that's all for me from this episode. Remember to like on Facebook, follow on Twitter. Next time around, you're going to be the one in the hot seat. You can ask me any question you want to. I'm going to make an event and you can leave any questions and I won't look at them until next episode. Sound interesting to you? Okay, until next time, adios amigos.